Counting on alum, Jinger Duggar Vuolo has been living happily with her husband Jeremy. The 30-year-old wife likes to share pictures and clips from their date nights and outdoor trips. The two tied the knot in November 2016 and lived in Texas for a couple of years before relocating to Los Angeles in 2019. Since then, the two have thrived despite living far from the Duggar family in Arkansas. However, some Redditors found out that Jinger almost didn't end up with Jeremy. Keep reading to see the shocking discovery. Counting on. How are Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo today? Jinger has been sharing stunning pictures with Jeremy over the past few months. In February, the former Counting On star uploaded photos from their trip to North Carolina, where Jeremy was appointed to preach. They also went skiing with some of their friends and ate at local restaurants. Earlier in March, the sixth Duggar child gushed over how 2024 has been a busy year for them. "We traveled quite a bit, hosted family/friends, have been working on some new projects, and are thoroughly enjoying this season of life with our little girlies. God is so good and kind," she added. But some Reddit users think the married couple's happy life almost didn't happen due to Jeremy's past. Jinger almost didn't marry Jeremy. Some Redditors discussed the possibility that Jinger Duggar Vuolo almost didn't marry Jeremy. According to the poster, there was a time when Jim Bob was disgusted by Jill's husband, Derek Dillard, after he was caught drinking alcohol. He was threatened with rehab after he drank one beer, which makes the Reddit user wonder if Jeremy was somehow allowed to court Jinger despite his past. It was reported that Jeremy Vuolo has an arrest record for harassing a police officer. The Counting on alum also lived a worldly lifestyle due to his past as a professional soccer player. But several Reddit users said it's the other way around, as the IBLP likes men with redemption stories. Fundies love the redemption through Fundy Jesus story. Jeremy becoming Fundy after his youthful shenanigans is the perfect example of faith fixing everything. Derek had that beer after being saved, which is a bigger sin because he was supposed to have known better. Jeremy was putting on an act with Jim Bob. Jeremy is worldly enough to recognize a narcissist and knows the way to get what you want out of them is to play to their ego. He's a huge ass kisser when it benefits him. He's moved on from Jim Bob to John MacArthur. Angle. I loved watching Jeremy play Jim Bob. The questionnaire, getting really cozy with Jinger on the couch, the no visitors for 6 months rule after they moved to Laredo, the contempt thinly veiled by feigned deference. It was as enjoyable as the occasional TLC edits that subtly mocked JB and Michelle. I don't for a second believe Jinger would have gone with Jeremy, even if her parents opposed it. She has never have a backbone. She is 100% a follower. Counting on. Jinger Duggar expecting her third child with Jeremy Vuolo. Jinger has been making headlines over the past few days following a suspicious IG Stories post. The Counting on alum promoted a crib placed in her house. However, many were surprised by her post, as both of her daughters, Evangeline and Felicity, are already too big for a crib. Some Redditors from a different thread also believe that Jinger Duggar Vuolo has been preparing for a possible pregnancy. Maybe she's just pregnant again? It's not far off to think right. I wouldn't doubt that her and Jeremy would try for a boy. I haven't heard of toddlers sleeping in a bed, but everyone's different. 3 is big for a crib, but not impossibly big. A newborn wouldn't have the mattress on the bottom level like that. So who knows? Some people keep them in the crib until the child either tried to get out or outgrows the height limit of the crib. If Eviejo never tried to get out and is as petite as she looks, they could have her in the crib.